Hello, my beautiful souls. The Awakened Dreamer here to give you your daily tarot reading for Sunday, July 3rd, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind this is general, of course, for the day for all 12 signs, so just take what resonates. But thank you in advance for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. Now we will begin by pulling from the Garden Dragons Oracle deck, and then we're going to use the Gilded Tarot Royale for the remainder of the reading. Let's do some shuffling. Okay, for my beautiful souls for Sunday. Time to shine is what I'm hearing. Time to shine. Okay, we have 3 coming out. An underlying focus on patience, all right? Reflecting on the amount of patience you needed and had or lacked in the recent days. But I feel like throughout this specific Sunday, there's a need for some patience with some outside factors, okay, potentially people. But let's see which 3 we got here. We got realign, shine, look at that, love it. And fertile, all right? And we're gonna put this in the reverse. This feels quite on point. It's a day where you're meant to realign oneself with what you're trying to accomplish. You may feel as if you've been so busy that you took your mind or your focus off of a big goal, something you're trying to accomplish, a destination for some, but I feel like all that you've been accomplishing is somehow lining oneself up to get to where you need to be or to accomplish what you need to. Oneself needs to also realign with some healthcare routine, some self-care potentially, but I love that we do have the shine card in the center. They're saying shining like a tomato, okay? Shining like a tomato, and I do feel like through your work or even through the simplicity of the day, you're able to shine. And for some drawn to this reading, the work you produced in the previous days is helping you shine in a very passive way. But I do feel like there's a focus on what you haven't given birth to, okay? On what needs to take place in the upcoming days. Or it could be a further out timeline for some, but it just feels like you need to keep time in mind, not to stress oneself out, but I do feel like there's a reminder that something needs to happen sooner rather than later. There's a timeline we need to stick to, is what Spirit's saying. For my beautiful souls to continue for Sunday. We have the 3 of Swords, and I feel like there's certain emotions that are floating around in the air. I do feel like it could potentially be more those you cross paths with or just in your living situation. It could be work, depending on how your day is unraveling, what's ahead for you. But I do also feel like it's a day where certain emotions are meant to teach you something. And again, that can stem from other people. It could also stem from you. But I do feel like we need to heal. Okay, Sundays can definitely be a great opportunity to heal, but to shine all the meanwhile to enhance or bring back that glow. I do, for whatever reason, feel like for some drawn to this reading, these are tied together, okay? Creating a dual message in regards to the patience that you need to deal with one's emotions, but also just to cope with certain annoyances, all right? I feel like there's one, if not 2 people within a situation that are just downright annoying, okay? We're gonna keep those to the side. But we also have goals at the bottom of the deck, all right? And I really feel like, okay, there's a specific place on your mind. And again, there could be a destination that you're needing to reach. But I feel like you're being reminded luck is on your side. That came up in Monday's reading. Interesting. I did not mean to say that. What I meant to say was Saturday's reading. But goals being on your mind, right? Being pushed to realign oneself with one specific goal. But I do feel like your goals in general, excuse me, are taking a focus, are needing to be worked towards, or just some research potentially, planning a trip for some. I feel like money goals are coming into play as well. Let's see what else we get. 10 of Pentacles. Realign oneself with a financial goal for oneself, whether that's a move of residence, something else to invest in financially, could be a new job or a promotion. I do feel like it may feel a bit off or odd to have to realign oneself with that on the Sunday, but I do feel like there's just something about the Sunday that feels productive but in a peaceful manner, okay? But also a bit of an emotional manner due to the feeling in the air. I do feel like there's a bit of a reminder that you've been on this hunt for financial security, okay? I do feel like the day may feel like a bit of a treasure hunt in certain ways as you're discovering random facts, clarity, finding random items that you may have lost once upon a time, or even it could feel like you are stumbling upon a random item you need to purchase that spirit guides you to. Even random discoveries as far as synchronicities, stuff of that nature. It feels like a very guided kind of day. These are random messages, but it's going to feel like a bit of a random day, but purposeful all the meanwhile. I just feel as if you could feel a bit depleted, all right? Quite wounded in a sense, right? For some emotional, but for some it's also or just feeling resource-wise you're depleted, being very energetic recently, potentially over exuding in the past days, weeks, or just feeling as if you've been working a lot, okay? For some, being very much a social butterfly. Either way, I just feel as if you're depleted but shining all the meanwhile, okay? You don't have to overdo it to shine in the right way for you, in an appropriate way, okay? I feel as if there's a reminder that you're overworking oneself, okay? But it's like you're taking the opportunity to do what you have to do while you can do it. But I also feel like there's a potential to overthink throughout this Sunday. And I feel like for most drawn to this reading, Spirit will overthink for you. So don't pile more on top of that, okay? Also, key wording, don't pile more on top of your plate than need be in the upcoming weeks, okay? Because I feel like there's some life-changing twists and turns that you'll need to experience. So don't fret, but don't overdo it. Don't prepare oneself to, or align oneself with overdoing it. Interesting. We also have the Four of Wands. It's this day that reminds you that things are falling into place, and it may not fully feel like it at all times, but it is. There's also a focus on family to an extent, even if that's minor for some, all right? Transformation taking place. Nature falling into this day somehow, or taking place throughout this day somehow. Your social media posts, if you do find yourself on a platform of some sort, playing into your day, your future, your connection to spirit, them wanting to show you random content as a form of communication, all right? Again, thinking about a passionate fresh start, okay? Someone around you, if not multiple people, need to relax as far as their energy. There's also a reminder throughout this day, even if it's minor once again, where somebody doesn't have to be super energetic or running around, or just even, they don't have to be shaky visibly to be anxious, right? And I feel like the empaths drawn to this reading, like myself, totally get that already. But it's a reminder that you can still be anxious and not visibly be showing, okay, they're saying symptoms are just signs of how you're feeling, okay? They're saying energy effects. But the judgment coming up, because I do feel like it's a day where you have to be honest with oneself as to how to get to accomplish what you need to, all right? But also I feel like your voice, your judgments, your opinions, even spirit's opinions, coming into play. For some, it's tied into your work, all right? But also, again, there's a lot of communication through your thoughts, even synchronicities from spirit. So that is playing a key role in your Sunday, all right? But we also have the Knight of Wands. Bit of a guarded vibe throughout the day. People might be overly serious as you are strolling around or migrating, doing what you have to do, again, in a situation. But I do feel like people are just tired. And I also sense that you're just thinking about past moments when you let anger get the best of you, or spirit acted through you and was a bit feisty on, okay, I was going to say your behalf, but on theirs, okay? But I do feel like you're also thinking about what you want to passionately move towards. And And I love that the word shine is still showing, okay? There's a need to simply recognize that regardless of how you're feeling, what resources you have to give, put forth, you're shining, okay? And your passion is very evident, very, very evident. As I do feel like, again, you have a lot on your plate, a lot to carry at this time, a lot to accomplish, but it feels like the energy is quite heavy as well for whatever reason, even though certain aspects of this day feel quite relaxing. And I do feel like you're needing to recognize that when the time is right, you will hop on your chariot and move towards what you're meant to, right? Certain reminders of the imperfections that surround you at this time. And I do feel like, once again, nature needs to be utilized for a sense of peace and comfort and simplicity. But complexity, all the meanwhile, will speak to you then, is what they're saying. I do feel like there's a need to balance things out before the end of this Sunday, as it's a day where you're given more than one opportunity to shine, and you're reminded that things are falling into place, but to, again, realign oneself with a specific goal or multiple, as we're getting ready for some twists and turns in one's life once again. All right? So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Go have yourself an amazing Sunday, and I will see you next time. Bye.